The Chair Company. Yes, that's right, folks. This is the new original HBO show from Tim Robinson and Zach Kanan. Two guys that have worked together numerous times over. Both guys have done stuff for SNL, and they had I Think You Should Leave, which was on Netflix. But here we go. This is a new scripted show. It's not segmented like skits, like both of SNL and I Think You Should Leave. It is just a fully, here is a half-hour comedy for you to check out on HBO. That is really crazy, you know? I think this is just coming out at the perfect time. There's sort of a renaissance coming through television right now. I think in particular at HBO, there's just something new that is happening, and you just love to see that. They're like taking chances of young creators again. They're making comedies that feel like comedies. It's really exciting, and the Chair Company is doing really good for them. The numbers have been consistent. It got renewed for a second season. And it's kind of crazy considering how just insane the premise of this show is. I think it's great. I think it's just bizarre and over the top. And it's just exactly what these two writers in Robinson and Kanan are really good at doing with each other. Taking a simple premise and just exaggerating it to the extreme where it feels like both a modern commentary on the state of the world and the most fictionalized version of society you've ever seen. It's kind of amazing. So this is Tim Robinson led. He is the lead character in this. His name is Ron Trosberg, and he is working for this company that is about to develop a new mall. He's like the head of this project, and one day, by accident, when he is doing a presentation, he sits down in an office chair, and it breaks. And everyone thinks something weird about it. They start kind of laughing at him, seeing if he's going to play it off. And he starts to think maybe there is a conspiracy of some kind that affected why the chair broke. So he starts to spiral out and try to find some hidden conspiracy from the Chair Company that set this up for him to fail. Maybe it's personal about them going after him, or maybe there's like a larger thing where they might even be like smuggling stuff into the country. They might be impersonating political people of power. There's just like shell corporations all over the place. It is just spiraling from this small incident, which is exactly a Tim Robinson skit. It's this guy having something happen to him, and he reacts in the most insane way possible. And this show just keeps going, and it doesn't stop, and it is just saying some insane shit. And I think it's just incredible that this is actually working. Like, this premise could work for a skit. You know, it's like maybe even like a 4-minute skit on SNL. Like, this guy has an embarrassing thing happen at work. He spirals out and realizes there's like a huge conspiracy from the company that's out to get him, or like the larger world. But to stretch this out into like a modern noir thriller, like crime comedy thing, it's really impressive. And not something that you would expect. Like, these guys have, you know, they've worked on a couple of things, but it's very short form. To have this premise stretch out and have running threads, people at the office coming in and out, his family and the personal life that he has, the friends he's making, the random side characters that appear more than once. It's just all handled so brilliantly, and I just really commend that. I'm not saying like the camera work or the cinematography or anything is, you know, breathtaking. But it's a show that understands where to put the camera for the best joke. It's kind of about like the liminal space of being in an office or being on the road while you're just on your computer, on your phone, answering a phone call. So much of this series is checking your email, checking websites, scrolling through your phone, calling people and being on hold, and just trying to experience the world that you can't understand because you're stuck in these scenarios. And I just really like that. It's definitely a commentary on how, like, everything is broken in the world, and, you know, people just make garbage and we're supposed to live with it, and everything sucks and nothing's truly good, and the things that are supposed to be good aren't good, and everything is just crumbling around you. And I'm like, this is a comedy about a guy who fell out of a chair and now his office thinks he's weird. That's what it is, but it's just so bizarre how it's just saying the world is lying and there's a big conspiracy out there. It's one man spiraling out of control in a very believable way. And it's Tim Robinson doing the thing he is best at. We saw it earlier this year with Friendship. If you watched I Think You Should Leave, you're getting the same energy from him. It's all there. And then just a killer show of supporting cast members, people showing up for one sequence, one episode, just doing unbelievable stuff. Jim Downey is recurring in The Office, and he's incredible. He's having a great year, too, being in one battle and now in this. Unbelievable, man. Like, why is he suddenly having a career resurgence? It's really insane. Then you have people like Sophia Lillis and Lake Bell, who play his daughter and wife, respectively. They're sort of like the straight-laced characters in this like crazy world, but they just perfectly balance him out. And I think this is just such a Tim Robinson thing of just having chemistry with everybody he encounters, and that is no more apparent than with Joseph Tedesco, who is just, he is the supporting character. He's kind of like someone who starts helping Ron on this journey, trying to figure out what's going on. Every single line of dialogue they give this guy is unbelievable. He says some of the most insane shit ever, gets them into some really weird scenarios. Whether it's just, I wanted an excuse to buy this chocolate King Kong, or listen to this insane podcast. It's just people calling each other bad words, or just him like, man, this video game has a hot lady in it, I should play it. Like, it's just really weird and insane. And just, the comedy just keeps spiraling. And yes, there's just standard jokes of like, here's a visually funny joke of people looking weird in a situation. It's just comedic actors in weird situations, but just sharp jokes and stupid dialogue bits of people saying the most insane, preposterous stuff about the world around them. It's kind of amazing. It's truly amazing that it's handling all this the way it is. And I'm not going to reveal what like the ultimate end game of this show is, because it is kind of like, where are we going? Is he making this all up as he goes because none of it really matters? Or is there like a bigger thing at play that he doesn't understand? It handles all of that well and gives you a conclusion that does work for this season. And that's okay. Like, it's crazy to think where you start in the show to where you end up. A lot of moving parts. A lot of shit is happening. And it's not slowing down. And you just got to respect a show like this for keeping on its track, making the weird jokes and the references, getting people into some weird situations that get really extreme, really graphic at times. Like, this show is not just super funny, but it's a great conspiracy. You could do the exact bit straight-laced where there's no jokes. It's just really good at handling the weird side characters that show up for a thing, the momentary action where we go to shaky cam. And then in the middle of the show, and I think it's episode 5, I can't remember, we see something that is never really seen on television. Even on cable television, you never really see this thing. I can't tell you what it is because we would get demonetized, but there's an action that takes place with a certain type of video. And you're like, holy shit, we're showing this? We're allowed to show this? It's unbelievable. What a real fun time. Like, it's so interesting how this show is just comfortable in its absurdity. I think that just has a lot to do with the talent behind the scenes on this one. Just guys who know if you just keep playing the bit up and up and up and up, it's going to get funnier. And even when it gets flat, there's still something funny about how it gets flat and just how this guy's life is spiraling and how he's spiraling. And I think one of the most singular voices in comedy today on this type of scale and this type of production is Tim Robinson, who knows how to present himself in these ways. Friendship was a lot like that. This guy who is weird and awkward and doesn't have a lot of people in his life supporting him. And it's funny how people in the chair company are more supportive of the actions he's taking because this is a hyper-realized world that doesn't feel like it truly exists. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just a really solid effort from everybody doing something you don't really see and somehow giving us one of the best like thriller shows in a long time while still feeling classic. I think you should leave. How do you balance those two? I don't know, but they found a way. So, The Chair Company, Season 1. I am going to give an 8 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.